What's going on, family? Checking in with you this morning. Want to talk to you about making actions speak louder than words. Let me zoom in a little bit. Hopefully, everybody doing good. This morning, I want to come to you with smoking. A lot on my mind, man. And I really wanted to say, when actions speak louder than words. You know, we are dealing with a generation that they think it's okay to just say things, you know, with no consequences. And we all know it's being wrong. There's consequences from your actions. And if you stand on your word, actions will always be louder than words. I shouldn't have to explain to you who I am. You should be able to just watch me and see who I am. Like, I don't have to boast or make some fabricated story about who I am. I'm who I am, you know. And I think me being here in this new city, I've reached out to a few, and I have just noticed that they thought I was just talking, but I stopped talking and stuff as far as stop reading up, you know, to like forget it and just start doing. And people are intimidated by doers because the majority of people just want to say what they're doing, or they just want to make a vain and fake facade of the lifestyle that they're living when they're truly not living that lifestyle. You know what I mean? And I just think that being a hog requires actions. Like, you can't be a hog without actions. Like, because we don't wait on anybody to feed us. We don't wait on no handouts. We're gonna figure out a way to make things happen for ourselves. That's just who we are, you know. And you got some people that are systematic, but I feel like me being in this new area, they just really didn't know how to take me. And not only with that, you know, I moved here for family reasons. And to be honest with you, man, the situation is still the same. Like, I was thinking the other day, I could have just stayed in Phoenix where I was at because I was doing better financially. I come here in a whole new environment and things are still the same. You know, that's why I say actions speak louder than words. A person would say, "Oh, I got you back. Oh, I want you to be around. Oh, I want to do this," and then you get there, and you like, "What's going on?" You know what I mean? This is the same situation. You know, so I think that to remove the guilt from yourself, sometimes you know you just have to just do certain things for yourself. Move, visit, meet certain people, and it will let you know in your spirit that, hey, you did all you can do. Um, just keep it moving. You know what I mean? And I think that it takes you really jumping on the waters, really making that leap of faith to really know if the situation is for you or not. But before I get any further, I need to fire this up. I went out on it. It's just been one of those mornings. I was just up just thinking, but I got so much on my mind. I'm trying to accomplish so much. Good rising, good rising. What's up with it? Man, just thinking about this new approach, you know what I mean? I'm in a whole new city. Um, made made certain needed sacrifices, and then you realize that, you know, a lot of them was in vain, so to speak. Not what you did, but actions speak louder than words. You know, people will say a whole lot of stuff. I want you in my life. I need you. You an asset. I'm gonna help you do this, or man, I'm doing this, and when you finally do what they talking about, it's crazy how they tend to showing you. They will avoid you, or make a situation hard, you know. I just think that in life, man, we're gonna face situations, literally, and we're gonna have to be able to just allow our character to be tested. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of the situation, we're gonna have to just stand the grounds, go through what we gotta go through, not just for us, but to just for our children to just know that we did all we could. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, you can do all you can, man. You know, it's an old saying that said, after you have done your all, stand. See what you say. What's up with the boss? What's up with the bro? Yeah. Uh, it just thinking about action this morning and making sacrifices. You know, we make sacrifices for everything, our kids, business, and later we figure out that after you do it and you go through it, you realize that it wasn't what you thought it was, or you thought that, well, if I make this move, that this could really help the situation. But actions speak louder than words. When you done all you can, and then you still got this negative force that you see who was behind the vision from from the beginning. You know what I mean? Like I say, I made this move for my kids pretty much, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Things are pretty still they the same, man. I was already sending them stuff, you know what I mean? But my goal was to get here to actually see them more, visit them more, you know what I mean? And it is what it is. You know, on top of business, some things just get a little frustrating at times, man, because it ain't like they gave us a booklet, you know what I mean? As parents, we have to learn as we go. And if we got great parents, then we can use their model to raise our kids. But a lot of us, African Americans, black natives, black men, we didn't have, a lot of us didn't have good upbringing. Some of us did, and that was a blessing. Like, I got a cousin of mine that actually had a real father, man. The dude still in his life, and I think to himself, my cousin do some crazy stuff sometimes. Like, bro, you need to listen to what your dad got to say. But some people want to always do their own thing, and then just run to you after they mess up and say, "Please help me." It's a trip. But I was just up this morning, man, thinking, can't really sleep, woke up a little early, and I was just like, man, I've been making action speaks since I've been here. With the container cafe, I told a few people what I was gonna do. I'm gonna take this 20-foot high cube, I'm gonna cut it in half. I'm gonna stay on one end. I'm gonna create the cafe, and it's coming. It's coming to life, man. I spoke it into existence, but I had to put actions behind those words, though. Literally, and I can't say all has been bad here since I've been in Oklahoma City, because it's a whole lot slower. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of feel like I done went back 10 years in time. You know what I mean? That's how slow it is to me. The people slow, like it's a different mentality here, honestly. And so far, um, I've only formed, I would say, two good networks since I've been here, and I'm thankful for it, because I sometimes will complain that we're not in a certain situation that we want to be in, without being thankful for the situation that we are in. You know what I mean? Because it could be a whole lot worse. So I am thankful for the few people and the few opportunities that I have around me right now. You know what I mean? They're not real big, but they can get big over time. And I think that's something that we have to realize too, that when you talk that talk, you have to walk that walk over time. Like things are tested by time and by endurance, you know? And I just think that when we're building our independence, when we're working on our personal lives as men, when we're just working on products, whatever you're doing, it's going to take some time and you're going to have to stand and you're going to have to really be independent. Like you're going to have to go against the wind. You know how they say you're going to have to push against the wind. And anytime you push against the wind, it's going to be some friction. It's going to be harder to get that momentum up because you got so much you got to face. But think of it this way. Think of it this way. Once you actually overcome whatever you're facing when you're going against that wind, it makes you stronger. The wind is coming or whatever coming to you, it's the same, but it makes your drive stronger. So by the time you get in a better situation, you got a stronger endurance and you don't even know it because you've been pushing through stuff and you're just a little stronger, you know, and you don't even realize it. It's just natural, you know. So that's why I say when actions speak louder than words, because once you put in the work, honestly, you don't have to talk about it. You don't have to boast about it. Um, you don't have to cater to nobody, kiss nobody's ass. You showing actions, you know what I mean? And on my personal blog, that's why my HogOn Welding is the personal blog. You know, I share my it's business and personal, and I just show my outlook on things. I don't try to overwhelm things, but I do show me, you know, what I think of my views on certain laws, my views on certain politics, which I don't get involved in a lot of politics, but I do speak my mind on how I feel about certain things. But I think that when you creating whatever you creating, remember who you're doing it for. You know, are you doing it for somebody else or are you doing it for you? And if you're doing it for you, don't forget why you started and why you're doing it. You know, so I do this for literally to vent, to give, you know, some wisdom, some encouragement to my people, and to actually, you know, make a situation better. Hold on for a second. I think my battery steady tripping over here on this phone. I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, like I say though, I just wanted to come through and didn't want to take up a lot of time. I just want to talk about action speaking louder than words, man. Don't talk about it. You know what I mean? Just be about it. You know, I was raised that way, you know, even in the streets, you know, when it came to times we got into it and we had to fist fight, you know. My mama used to always say, you know, if you don't run, you don't lose. You know what I mean? So if a person get the best of you, then it's what it is. You can live to fight another day. But you wasn't no coward though. And they gonna remember that you was there. So, you know, I just keep that in mind is to always push forward for what I'm doing. Like I'm really pressing to be more independent, pressing to get this business off the ground. And I've been reaching a little, you know, some conflict, but things are moving good. But in my mind, you know, I wish things could be a little faster, you know what I mean? If I was in a, like I say, a different situation, things could be a little bit more, but I'm learning the area so I can do certain things that I normally could do. And then I'm also seeing that I have to completely operate different too, because it's like here in certain aspects, they judge me off my appearance immediately. So certain things, you know, it's better for me to network online and just show my work ethics and have my products than my services here, because some of my services here, they just tend to judge me off my appearance. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. And you don't have to say anything when it's right there in black and white when you can see it. You know what I mean? Some people be like, "Oh, it's not like this. It's not like that." Yes, it is, man. Don't let nobody lie to you. I'm out here. But I can say this though, everybody ain't like that. Everybody ain't racist. Everybody ain't prejudiced. You know what I mean? And you gonna you just gonna have to just make your actions speak and and allow your character to show, and people with a genuine heart of respect you. Like the few people that I do have that I reach out to since I've been here, just communicate with. It's been on a pure heart thing. You know what I mean? Some people don't, and that's another thing. Some people don't know how to accept someone just showing them organic love. Some people used to someone trying to give them something and get something all the time. When you's like, hey, we trying to build something. And if you're trying to build something, you got to give something to build a team. Like, hey, this is what I got going on. I'm willing to share with this with you. You put yours with this one. We can, make something happen together. But I really feel that if we don't put actions behind our words, like not worrying about what someone else say, not worried about how they feel, because me personally, the way I feel, if I didn't ask a person for their opinion, I don't really give a fuck about if they give it to me or not, because I didn't ask them for it. You're gonna always have people that's gonna be looking from the outside and say different things about what you should do or what they wouldn't do. I don't care nothing about that, because a lot of time, a lot of them, when they get in the fire, they won't even shoot. They'll freeze up. You at war, you got to depend on somebody that might freeze up in the foxhole with you. You don't want nobody like that in your corner anyway. So I don't even worry about, like, if I respect you, I'm gonna ask you for your opinion, or I'm gonna ask something, or if we communicate, you just give it. And I respect you. I take into consideration. Don't get me wrong, but I like to, like, if I respect the person, I listen, I take heed to the information. But a lot of times, we out here in this internet world, people just got their agendas. They just mad at the world sometimes and sitting on the couch, or woman ain't treating them right, or whatever the situation is, and they want to latch out to somebody. Let them do their thing, man. I actually, when folks do that, I let them just say what they say and delete that shit. I delete that shit. Like, I don't care. You know what I mean? I feel like it even pissed them off even more, and just to let them know I don't care by doing it. You know what I mean? Because the way I feel, like, if you can come to someone's channel page and say some negative comments about what they're doing, but you still took the time out to watch what they're doing, oh man, you got some real issues, some personal issues deep inside, and you have to you use the internet without a face and try to lash out on it, but it still reveals your personal issues. You got mental issues. You know what I mean? I don't care about, like, I don't follow people to say negative shit. Period. If I see something I don't like, I just don't like it. I keep on moving. It's not my role to come to your life and tell you what you need to do, or what I think you should do, or I feel this. That ain't that ain't my role. If you come to me and ask my opinion about certain things, I give it to you. And I'm not coming to your life and tell you how to live, how to dress, what you should talk about, why you should do this, you should equal this out, you shouldn't talk that much. That's your life. That's you. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's wrong with people now. They don't realize when we die. I don't know the last time you checked, but you're born by yourself. That casket is one man, it's a one seater. You know what I mean? That spot is a one seater. So why be so caught up about what someone else have to say about your life that's not really affecting you? People gonna say what they're gonna say regardless. So just do you, and if it's good constructive criticism, utilize it to make yourself better. But you growing up and just being around it, you can tell when it's constructive, and you can tell when it's just hateful, when it's just uh, uh, kind of like devilish, pretty much, just evil. You know what I mean? Some people just evil, some people just unhappy. But it is what it is. But one thing you can always tell, um, those people who watch you show your actions, all it does is show that what you're doing make them feel some type of way, or you make them feel like they should be doing more. So in order for them to not feel that way, they need to slow you down. So they'll say some bullshit to you to try to slow your momentum down. So that way you don't respond like you normally respond. And they can get other people to say, "Oh man, he on this." No, I'm not even gonna respond to it. So, and that's what I think you should do. People say bullshit on your page, just delete it. Don't respond to it. let it die, because it will die off. You know, you don't put no wood on the fire, on the flame, it's gonna eventually go out. They're gonna eventually realize they're wasting their time. You know what I mean? Like, you can talk to you blue in the face. I'll watch you blow up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't bother me because you dealing with somebody that's truly survived. Like, I'm a true survivor. And you can't survive a decade in prison from the age of 26, from the age of 16 to 26, without getting involved in no activity, no homosexual activities. I didn't fuck nobody, did nobody fuck me. You know what I'm saying? You can't go through something like that and survive it and be average. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of things that people say I hear, I realize that a lot of them skin ain't tough anyway, because you don't know who you are until you tested them. A lot of people are not tested. They just go through life. People shelter them and give them crutches, and they don't really. They say they hard. They say they real. They say, oh, I can do this, but they never been through that. And once they go through that, they say, or you see that, oh no, that ain't you, is it? You can't walk that walk, and you know what I mean. I didn't see the man, so it doesn't bother me because I know a lot of people who have said a lot of things, a lot of men, you know, it doesn't mean nothing. You know, I'm gonna tell you one story before I let you go. In prison, there was a guy in there. I met him. They nicknamed him Superman. They nicknamed this dude, he's a black dude named him Superman. He got a nickname named Superman. It was one of the biggest dudes I ever met. Muscles everywhere. If you seen him, you'll be scared to death. You think he was a killer. Weak as hell. Weaker than water. Weaker than water with a little sugar in it. So, and it showed me something in there. I seen dudes, and there was another guy. We called him Dangerous Pimp. Name was Dangerous Pimp. DP. DP was probably about this little. You know what I mean? Dude was a killer. You hear me? Skinny, quiet, and he will, like, this dude was like, he'll pull a blade, he'll go on one in a minute. He didn't talk. He was a quiet guy, but go on one. And it showed me the difference. You got this guy that you would think that is, he called him Superman, all these muscles. So you think he'll be the one that's going one, and vice. You see this guy that's all small and skinny, and you see him, he quiet and chilled out. He the one that'll kill you. You know what I mean? That's one thing that I learned in prison. Dude that don't talk as much. And then you got some that do talk as much as will do. You got those that talk and still walk, and then you got those that don't talk and just walk. So, you know, I just learned how to read character, man. And being in a place like that, 50 to 100 people in the barracks, um, you tend to learn how to read character and how to read people, even if you're not really trying to. You got to. You know what I mean? That's like a part of survival. So being on the internet and listen to that come in BS, you know, it don't bother me because I know the truth. I know I'm a survivor, and I know most of the people that say things that come off sideways like that, they're not survivors. That's why they'll say stuff like that, because a real man won't tell another man what he needs to do in his life or how he needs to run anything in his life unless he know that man personally and he talking to him and they on a personal level. Other than that, you won't do that because you know that can get you messed off. Like in prison, stepping in the wrong lane or jumping in somebody's situation can get your life took it. Like I've seen it, so it just made me different. I'm bred a little different. You know what I mean? I'm a different breed. So that's why when I come on here, I just be me. You know, when I show you my fabrications, different stuff that I'm doing, I'm only telling you what I know that works. I'm only being passionate about what I do. I'm not trying to overshadow nobody's lane. I'm open to network with anyone. And as I learn, I just give it. You know, we supposed to evolve. You know, I don't want to be the same. I don't know. I hope you don't want to be the same. I want to get better and better over time. But one thing I have learned though, before I let y'all go, that sometimes you have to accept the truth from certain people. You have to accept that actions will speak louder than words, and if you're not seeing the action, then accept what it is. You know what I mean? Because if someone love you, they ain't gonna tell you, but you gonna hear it. but they gonna show you more than they can tell you. If I love you, I'm gonna show you. If I support you, you ain't got to ask me because I support you. You ain't got to ask me, hey man, would you share this? Hey, would you? I ain't got to ask you none of that because you support me. I mean, if I support you, that's you don't have to ask me. If I see it, I like it, I'm sharing it, I'm doing it instantly because I mess with you. You know what I mean? But I think that's what we got to build our relationships on. That organic. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have people that we don't know, strangers, that would just pop up and just show love. And they're gonna show love better than the people that you would think that should show love. You know, that's just how it works out. But I just wanted to talk to you about actions speaking louder than words. Make your actions speak, man. You know, once you say it and you put it out there, get the walking, show them, you know. So with my HogOn Cafe, with what I'm gonna do with the school, what I'm gonna do with um, my products, I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. You know, I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. And I think that I stress it not because I got to boast about anything, but because I know that I got a brother or a sister who's coming up that might be watching me that need to see someone with enough audacity to speak their life into existence. And that's what you're gonna have to do. And that's what actions. That's when actions start really speaking loud because you're gonna not only say it, you're gonna live it. The conversation, you know, the root word for conversation is lifestyle. You know, it's the way you live. It's not like literally holding a conversation, but it's your life is a conversation. How are you living? So that's just something that I wanted to talk about. Making the actions speak louder words. Right now, with what we're going through with having to wear masks and the virus and jobs and unemployment, it's time to make actions speak louder words. If it's in you to build a business, if it's in you to be independent, if it's in you to build a product, if it's in you to write that book, if it's in you to do it, man, do it. We got to stop waiting. Time waits for nobody. I don't know who told you had a whole lot of time, but we don't know how much time we got. We might be here another 50, we might be here another 10, another 5. We don't know. So however long you got, just stop pushing off what you can do today for tomorrow when you don't know if you're going to be here tomorrow. I try to get all I can get out of one day. I'm going to tell you something that was funny. My guy that's networking with me helped me on this, put that cap, them 2 cap ends on that container. Spanish guy named Chris. He told me, he said he had told his couple of his friends and showed them photos of what all we did in one day, under 8 hours. He showed them and it blew their mind. He even told me, he said, man, they couldn't believe that you cut that container, cap both ends, weld them back on there, put that door in, moved it over there to the side, did all that in one day in less than an 8-hour period. And he said, he told the dude, he said, man, dude know what he doing. He said, hey, he said, man, I asked him, he said, I asked him, was he half Mexican? You know, just being funny. And then he was like, hey, man, he said, bro, you got some warrior in your blood. It's just funny because we from 2 different cultures, but we respect one another's work ethics. You know what I mean? He didn't just look at this. He said, hey, bro, I respect your work ethics. If you need me, just let me know. You know what I mean? I'm here. You know what I mean? And vice versa. So the goal is you're going to build a team of like-minded. You want your team to be people with that same spirit and drive as you, you know. And certain people might look at you one way starting out, and then as you express who you are, they change up. They be like, oh, he's really like this, you know. But some people don't give you a chance until they actually see your actions. You see what I'm saying? And that's fine because they've been burnt so many times with words that they're like, hey, you know, even me, you can't just tell me no anything. You got to show me. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna watch it. You don't have to say, hey man, I'm real. Hey man, I'm this. I don't want to hear none of that shit. I want to see. I want to see. You real? Okay, we finna see. We finna see if you're a man of your word. You know, the way I feel like if you a man will swear to his own hurt and change not. That means if I give you my word, no matter what you do, I gave you my word, and you don't dictate my word. I dictate my word. So just because you went left field or went fake, it don't make me fake. I'm still gonna hold on my word on my end of the bargain. Then I'm done fucking with you, and you know why. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna hold my word, and I learned that that's why I don't give it fast, and I don't just reach my hand out to just know anybody because with me personally, it's death before dishonor. That's just me. You know what I mean? So if I get my hog on with you, it's to the end. You ever see them war hogs when they fight? It's to the end. So that's why I don't try to befriend a lot of people because I know people have fake agendas. I have seen, you know what I mean, some of y'all have been following me and seeing some of the comments. Some people I act like they cool one week or 2 weeks, and then they'll come with some hateful shit the next week, and you be like, where did that shit come from? All because you might say something that rubbed them wrong and they don't like it and they feel like they just got to check you. You know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Uh, I just want to say, man, that now is the time. 2020. It has been a lot of BS this year. But you know what? Things are still progressing. We still got to make things happen. We still got to push forward. We still seeing new businesses pop up. We still seeing new products in stores. We still seeing things happen. We just have to change up the hustle. Don't get caught up in not wanting to evolve. You're not going to stay the same. You might be doing some business this way and have to evolve your business this way in order to keep doing business. Don't get stuck. Like, find out what's working. And if you got to tweak what you do, tweak what you do. Don't never get to the point where you too comfortable and you think that this is the only way. There's more than one way. You know what I mean? So the goal is to get things off the ground and actually put in that time and make it happen, man. Just make them actions speak louder than words. So when I come to you, you know, most people probably think when I was dropping the titles, let's rap smoking well. I probably won't have bombs everywhere, just smoked out all the time. No, man, I'm a smoke. I'm grown. We'll sit back, we'll smoke one, hold a conversation, talk about some real life issues because life is real, you know. And sometimes we have to be one another's backbone. We have to be one another's coach. We have to be one another's strength. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, iron sharpens iron. You know, and there's a friend that's closer than a brother. So, you know, we express how we feel because I feel like it helps us as black men. You know, and that's something too that I want to add into my school setting when I get it off the ground is have sections where we talk every day. You know what I'm saying? Or have a section where we have designed once a week to actually have meetings where we just come just to regroup and talk about what's going on, personal, business in the class. You know what I mean? Because people, we all go through something. I think, like they say, it takes the town to raise the village. It takes the people. Everybody got to be involved. And when you're building a team, you just have to be humble and whoever the leader is, you're gonna have to make some tough decisions sometimes. But one thing I know, if you got a good team, your team gonna make it easy for you because the team gonna help you eliminate a problem. You know what I mean? So actions will always speak louder than words. And I just want you to know that, man, when you're building what you're doing, just put action behind it. Don't worry about what they're saying. Throw all it out the window and just make action speak. You know what I mean? Just make action speak. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Just wanted to talk to you a little bit. Like I said, I was a few things on my mind. I actually got some ideas that I've been working on with the cafe too this morning. So probably gonna go and here in a minute and start lining out an idea like I with this audit. I gotta make some brackets. So I've been thinking about how I can make this audit because I want to make it to take it off. So I want to make it to look stationary, but I want to bolt it in. And so when I get ready to ship it or whatever, I can attach the audio because you don't want nothing hanging from the side. I can attach everything. So the whole time I'm building this, I'm thinking of ways to make it, like a transformer, where I can disassemble it and reassemble it. So a lot of times it's trial and error writing things down because I have to visualize it. So I'll write it down, draw it out, look at it, stare at the picture, figure out ways to actually make it work. And you know what? It's just crazy what you can do when you really, really put your mind to something. So hope everybody have a good Saturday. I'm probably gonna get out and about too. Probably gonna go to the swap and hustle the swap meet. I actually like going out there. Like I like seeing the people network. I haven't sold anything out there. I bought a couple things, but my goal is to sell some things out there because of the way it's networked. I just been trying to find my system. You know how you trying to find your system. So I'm getting everything together so I know exactly my approach. But hey, we got the network, however we can network. So I like to go out there and see what I can buy low and sell high if I get a deal on something. But sometimes, some of the things out there, people be asking more than what they is in the store. Like it's fresh off the shelf, you know what I mean? So, sometimes you can get a deal, sometimes you can't. So just wanted to say, man, just wanted to come through and talk to y'all about that. Before I go, want to check in, see if I missed any comments. Yeah, man, you got to get the negativity out of it, bro. Most definitely, I feel you. Yes, you got to build your own. Yes, you have to step back and put things in perspective. Most definitely. Yep. You don't know what you're doing till you step out and start doing it. Yes. If you want to ask a couple questions, you can link with me on HogOn Welding at gmail.com. That's HogOn Welding at gmail.com. You can hit me on there if you got some questions, or you can inbox me on my Facebook page. That's HogOn Welding at facebook.com, or you can hit me up on Instagram and inbox me. So everything that's HogOn Welding, you can see me on there. And like I say, you can inbox me or you can email me and we can talk from there. As for those who want to hit me up on the consultations, I do have a number for that. That's 405 977 9343. So that's 405 977 9343. So for those who want to hit up the consultations, that's the number for that. If you have some specific questions, you can email me, and I try to get back. I do have a lot going. I do have a lot of emails sometimes, so just have a little patience with me, but I will get back at you. So hopefully everybody had a good day. Just wanted to touch bases with you. Yes, all you have is you, man. You got to believe in you, man. Most definitely. Y'all be blessed. Have a good day. Like I said, I just wanted to check in, just talk to you a little bit about life, man, about making your actions speak louder than your words. Hold on.